Rich Vogler will take us for a ride in this 30-lap sprint feature. Look at that dark number 4. We saw him in victory lane just a week ago at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Jeff Gordon, the 6th fastest qualifier. He will start inside the front row. Gene Lee Gibson will start outside in the 0G car. In the second row, Bob Fry, a master of the paved high banks. Inside, outside is Steve Butler, a 3-time USAC sprint car champion. The third row, a master on pavement, Gary Fido in car 42, and Rich Vogler in car number 1. He has the camera. In the fourth row on the inside, Jeff Bloom in 67, Eric Gordon in number 2. Outside, make that inside row 5, Mark Alderson, 3 car. Number 2 is Bob Ciccone. In the 6th row on the inside is Wayne Hammond. He has won before in the high banks at Salem, car 66 out of Tampa, Florida. Chip Thomas drives car 24. Looking over the top of the helmet of Rich Vogler, he starts outside the third row with the car Quest Cage Cam and car number 1, the defending USAC sprint car champion. The green flag flies, but I have to wonder if Jeff Gordon got too big of a jump. Will the yellow come out as they go down the backstretch? Let's watch, Steve.
He did get a real good jump, but apparently it's going to be a green flag.
But Gordon will be hungry now after that engine let go when he had the big lead in the midget main. Gene Lee Gibson, who holds the all-time record here in a super modified, is now riding in second position. Gene says, my dad owns this car as far as the frame. My brother owns the engine, and I put it all together and get to drive it.
Sometimes when you want to drive, you have to. Here's the cage cam. Vogler down on the inside to make a nice, easy pass. He has this car really hooked up. In the heat race, he ran real well, and it looks that way again.
Well, we also had a quick glimpse there of how hard that driver has to work in the cockpit. He's sawing at that wheel all the time. Bob Ciccone has pulled to the infield in car number 2, so Bob Ciccone from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania is out of this race. And they're beginning to lap car 27. That's Mike Zimmerman. He stays to the inside. And he'll let the faster drivers have that outside groove on the 34-degree banking.
Looks like Mark Alderson's come up in this fray now. He's also a tough customer here in the banks.
And look at Vogler. Vogler has moved right into second position. And there inside the car, Vogler sets sail for Jeff Gordon.
You watch the right front on Vogler. He's not pushing and he's not loose. His car is excellent. But look in front of him now. You see Gordon. His car's all over the racetrack. His car, I think, is a little loose. This should be an easy pass for Rich. He'll just set him up right here, turn down below him. Well, he had a blocked car there. He'll turn down below him and just drive right by him in the middle of the corner.
And we may have a look as we ride along with the 5-time USAC midget champion, a 2-time sprint car titleist. Some heavy traffic now. That may play to his advantage. He takes a look to the inside, but can't make the pass there.
He can't make the pass there, but he's running good enough. Unless Jeff all of a sudden gets together, he's going to have trouble getting by him or staying in front of him, I mean.
Now watch the driver move that steering wheel. He's constantly fighting that steering wheel here.
Well, you do. You have a whoa. You see how loose he was on the entry? He is.
Oh, they get together in turn 2.
It looks like
slow down. Well, we have a yellow. I don't.
No. Gordon must have blown up, and Rich ran in the back of him. I can't figure anything else out.
Well, we'll take a look again as Rich Vogler was chasing down Jeff Gordon. Gordon very loose, fighting that car all the way around. Now watch as he brakes right here.
He just broke. The engine broke, or it came out of gear, or something happened, and Rich had the hammer down and could not miss him. Flattened his tire. Now we've got Gene Lee Gibson leading and Steve Butler in second.
Well, Gene Lee is certainly no stranger to the high banks. This is only about the 3rd outing for this car. This is the car that he was tire testing in at Sandusky, and the drive shaft broke and came up through the cockpit. He was injured and out of commission for a while. Oh, no, he's smoking.
These guys just can't win a race here tonight. If you lead this race, you're in big trouble.
Well, there's a look at Mahoney in the Valvoline number 8, and here again is number 0, but now we got a black flag. Yes, a black flag for your leader. And that will give the lead to Steve Butler. And there is Butler in the Aristocrat Products car. The Johnny Vance-owned Sprinter. The Kokomo veteran will inherit the lead as the black flag again being displayed for Gene Lee. If he's laying down oil, it could be very difficult for anybody to go by. Now he slows out. He'll heed the black flag. He heads for the pit area. What else is going to happen here, Steve?
I don't know. We'll see if he can run more than 4 or 5 laps without a problem. But when a car's smoking in front of you like that here at the hills, it's very, very nervous time because you don't know if you're going to get that oil and slide or push up to the wall or get loose. we'll see how long the 2V car can last.
20 laps down, 10 laps to go, and Steve Butler out of Kokomo, Indiana, has the lead right now. Only let's go down to the pit area. Marty Reed has caught up with Jeff Gordon.
Well, you can see the damage area on Jeff Gordon's car where Rich Vogler ran in the rear end. And this is the second time we've talked like this tonight, and I don't think either one of us expected this.
Well, I know it's too bad, but I guess our luck can't last forever. But the car was running pretty good. Just something happened to the brakes. I went into turn 1, didn't have any brakes, and Rich didn't have anywhere to go.
We've got a replay of it from the in-car camera, and as you said, he had nowhere to go. Was it the brakes that went, or was it something in the motor that let go and got on the brakes?
No, I went into 1, and the brake pedal just went all the way to the floor. I must have spit some pads out or something.
Well, Gary, the two favorites of this race are on the sidelines.
Well, decipher that for us, if you will, Steve.
Well, apparently when he drove in the corner, that's why it got so sideways, because he just had enough brake left in it to the rear tires stopped. And of course, when the brake pedal goes to the floor, your heart goes to your throat. So he didn't pick the throttle up in the middle of the corner like you normally would, and Rich was expecting him to.
Well, a sizable lead right now for car number 2. That is Steve Butler. Butler tried very hard a year ago to make the starting lineup at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the 500. Failed to do so. But he's a regular with the USAC sprint cars and the Silver Crown cars. So we'll see him a lot this season on ESPN.
Yes, we will. And if he has no problem, if he can lead this race and the jinx won't get him, the leader's jinx, I'd say he has a pretty good job, because we're on the 28th lap right now. And it says full straightaway ahead of second place, which is Gary Fedor. There's the white flag.
So, yeah, he's going to pick up the victory. He can almost coast home right now. Takes a very low line. Pulls up behind Thomas in 24. He'll negotiate the backstretch into turn 3. The final 2 corners for Butler. And Butler will not only inherit the lead, but inherit the victory here this evening at Winchester.
Well, you inherit it, but, you know, he still worked for it. He was running up there in the 3rd spot and had passed some cars to get to the 3rd spot, so he was doing a good job.
You've won a few races like that. You've also lost a few races like that. It all seems to balance out during a driver's career.
It does balance out. Sometimes you lead a race for forever, and all of a sudden something happens and you drop out. And sometimes you're 2nd or 3rd and can never get anywhere, and then something happens. Let's go to Marty Reed down in the pits with Rich Vogler.
Well, I don't think you'll find anyone more frustrated than the man on my left right now, Rich Vogler. It's just not been your night tonight.
Well, I'll have to wait till the TV goes away so I can win races. I haven't been able to win on TV.
Obviously, you just had nowhere to go in that accident.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon locked the brakes up. He said his brakes locked up, and I hit him and flattened my right front tire.
Well, we'll take the TV camera and head on out of here, and maybe we'll change your luck.
I'll probably win tomorrow when there's no TV.
Yeah, they go down to Salem in southern Indiana on the high banks down there for another doubleheader with the sprint cars and midgets tomorrow. We're coming back with more. Stay with us. Well, once again, Steve Butler takes the victory. Gary Fedor was 2nd. Young Eric Gordon, no relation to Jeff, finishes 3rd. Mark Alderson, the veteran, in 4th. Another fine drive for Rick Howerton. Down a victory lane and Marty Reed.
3-time sprint car champion, and should we say maybe looking for number 4 now? A great performance tonight.
Well, that's what we're looking for. We got a pretty nice lead, but it's not even halfway through the season, so anything can happen. Anybody that watches what happens to Dale Earnhardt, knows that. So we're just, the Johnny Vance Aristocrat car has been running great, and Chuck Seipert, the mechanic's been preparing it well. We haven't dropped out of a race, except for the first one. We got involved in a crash, but as far as mechanical failure, it's been beautiful. And I'm really having a good time running with John, his son, and the whole gang. We really have a good time together, so it's just fun this year.
Well, let's bring Johnny in here for a second. Johnny Vance, the car owner, and you've got to be happy that he wasn't in the lead early. It seems like nobody wanted to win these races tonight, either in the midget or the sprints.
Steve made the decision which tires to run with, and it turned out to be the right decision because the guys up front were on 2 soft tires, and that's what happened to them, caused their problems. Steve sort of tells us what he likes to do, and we do it for him, and we're really pleased to have him. He's doing a great job.
When you get a winning rhythm after a while, I mean, is it something that you just feel going to the track, even though you weren't in the headlines as far as the qualifying or anything else going on tonight, that you said, hey, our number will come up again?
Well, we've been making some adjustments, and I the last couple of weeks before IRP, which was last week's race, I got crashed pretty good on the miles, two races in a row with the Champ dirt cars. So, you know, I was that kind of interrupted any rhythm that I had going. So now we got her going again. So hopefully we go to Salem tomorrow, we can do this again. I've only run, this is my third time at Winchester to run, and I've only run Salem once in a sprint car. So, you know, the high bank tracks are real neat, and it's a lot of fun to run them. It takes a little while to get used to them, and I think that every time we run, we're going to be stronger and stronger on these tracks.
Well, you certainly were strong enough. Gary Lee, here's your winner, Steve Butler.
Thanks a lot.
He does have that lead and would like to become a 4-time USAC sprint car champion. Never been done before. Of course, we have a couple of other guys. Sheldon Kinzer won 3, and Larry Dixon won 3, and of course, young Steve Butler, and he has a lot of years left in his career. Let's go back.